Stop me if you've heard this one before. You're dating someone and things are okay. Not great, but okay. They promise that once they get that new job, or once their crazy ex finally leaves them alone, or once they work on themselves for just a few more months, everything will be perfect. You just have to wait. Or maybe it's your boss. You've been grinding, staying late, skipping lunch, and doing the work of 3 people. They tell you, just get us through Q4, hit these impossible KPIs, and that senior VP title is yours in January. So you wait, you grind, you endure. January comes, and suddenly the goalposts move. Now it's, we're in a hiring freeze, just wait until Q2. It's the classic image of the donkey chasing the carrot on a stick. But here is the brutal truth that nobody wants to admit. You are never going to get the carrot. The stick is designed to be longer than your reach. This is what psychologists call the future promise hook. It is the single most effective manipulation tactic used in toxic relationships, corporate burnout culture, and modern marketing. It relies on a terrifyingly simple biological glitch in your brain that makes hope more addictive than heroin. And if you don't wake up to it right now, you are going to spend your entire life waiting for a train that has already left the station. But why do we fall for it? Why do we stay in situationships for years? Why do we stay at dead-end jobs promising equity that never vests? By the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the exact psychological mechanism that keeps you trapped in this cycle, and I'm going to give you the mental framework to cut the cord today. But first, we have to look at the trap itself. Here is the kicker, and this is the part that really messes with your head. Your brain actually prefers the anticipation of a reward over the reward itself. This is the open loop I'm talking about. In neuroscience, this involves a neurotransmitter we all know, dopamine. But pop culture gets dopamine wrong. We think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the thing you feel when you eat the pizza or win the lottery. It's not. Dopamine is the pursuit chemical. It is the fuel of desire, not satisfaction. When a company, a partner, or a politician promises you a glorious future, your brain spikes dopamine just thinking about it. You get high on the possibility. Evolution wired us this way so we would hunt for food and seek mates. The problem is, manipulators know how to hack this system. They use a technique called intermittent reinforcement. Think about Las Vegas. If a slot machine paid out every single time you pulled the lever, you'd get bored in 5 minutes. If it never paid out, you'd walk away. But if it pays out just sometimes, unpredictably, you will sit there until you've lost your house. The future promise is the ultimate slot machine. That partner gives you one amazing weekend after 3 months of neglect, and you think, see, it's getting better. That is the jackpot. That is the hook. And it resets the clock on your tolerance for their bad behavior. We see this everywhere in American culture. We are a nation built on the concept of the American dream, which is essentially a giant future promise. Grind now, live later. But look at the modern tech landscape. How many times have we been told that fully autonomous, self-driving cars are 2 years away? They've been 2 years away for a decade. It's the Charlie Brown and Lucy football gag. Every time you run up to kick the ball, they pull it away, and every time you land flat on your back. Let's get real about how this shows up in your personal life. This is the potential trap. You aren't dating the person standing in front of you. You are dating a hologram of who they could be. You look at them and think, if they just stopped drinking or if they just got ambitious, they would be the one. You are in love with a fantasy. You are investing your emotional capital into a future stock that is crashing in the present market. The danger here is the sunk cost fallacy. This is the psychological anchor that drags you to the bottom of the ocean. You say to yourself, well, I've already put 3 years into this relationship. If I leave now, those 3 years were a waste. So instead of wasting 3 years, you decide to double waste 5, then 10. You're throwing good money after bad. In economics, you cut your losses. In life, we double down, because admitting we were conned hurts our ego more than staying in the misery. Corporations weaponize this beautifully. They dangle equity, exposure, or experience. They sell you on the mission. We're changing the world, they say, while paying you 20% under market rate. They promise that when the IPO happens, you'll all be rich. But read the fine print. They're leveraging your current suffering for a future payoff that is statistically unlikely to happen. They're buying your life today with a check dated for someday. And spoiler alert, someday is not a day of the week. So, how do we break this? How do you stop being the donkey chasing the carrot? You have to undergo a radical mindset shift. You must become ruthless about living in the evidence of now. You have to stop listening to words and start looking at data. In the US legal system, hearsay is not admissible evidence. In your life, promises are hearsay. Evidence is actions. If your boss says a promotion is coming, but they haven't put it in writing with a signed contract, that is a lie. If your partner says they will change, but their behavior this Tuesday is exactly the same as it was last Tuesday, that is a lie. You have to judge your life based on the reality of today. If the reality of today is miserable, no amount of future potential makes it worth it. You need to close the open loop yourself. The anxiety you feel, that constant low-level humming in your chest, is your brain waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's the Zikernick effect. Our brains obsess over unfinished tasks. A vague promise is an unfinished task. You need to finish it. You finish it by walking away. You finish it by setting a hard deadline. If X doesn't happen by this date, I am out, and you have to mean it. The moment you show you're willing to walk away, the power dynamic flips. But usually, by the time you realize you need to walk away, you realize you don't even want the reward anymore. You realize the carrot was rotten the whole time. Stop falling for the future promise. Stop mortgaging your present happiness for a future that is constantly being rescheduled. The only time you have is right now. Your life is happening in this breath, not in the imaginary version of next year. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your focus. The people who truly want to deliver value to you, whether in business or love, will deliver it. They won't make you beg. They won't make you wait in the lobby of your own life. If you're ready to stop waiting and start living based on reality, I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now. Go down to the comments and simply write, "I am free." Let that be the signal that you are done chasing ghosts. You're done with the potential. You want the reality. Write "I am free" down below, like this video to hack the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't wait for it, make it happen.